Good morning. Good morning in the waiting room. I see you there. I see you there. You're in the waiting room probably because I'm just a teeny tad late. Unfortunately, something that almost never happens happened this morning. I had to feed the dogs. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I had to feed the dogs this morning. Unfortunately, we didn't have a really great night here in this house. My guy, who is never sick, is not feeling well this morning. Poor baby. We were both up many times during the night. Can you tell by my eyes? Yeah, they look very tired today. Oh, you got to see the chickens. Good, Stephen. The chickens were fun, I have to admit. It was kind of a hoot to go out there and film in the chicken coop. I think the chickens liked being famous too. Oh, I want to start this morning with a Fritzi report. I do, because she was, first of all, I know I've said this before, but it's kind of like having dementia. You're going to have to hear the same thing over and over again. My mother, who will be 98 years old in 14 days, 2 weeks from today, she will be 98 years old. That is so amazing to me. I can't, yeah, 98 years old. She's seen a lot, no question. Anyway, she's very healthy. She does have dementia. And she's the cutest dementia. I mean, seriously. It's like this. You can tell her the same thing over and over and over again, and she gets excited like a little kid over and over and over again. Yeah. Like this wedding that's coming up, where my son and his fiance are going to have a wedding, a faux wedding, because Fritzi, my mother, is not going to be able to travel anywhere for a wedding. So we're having a little mini family wedding on the 17th right there at the home so that she can be at the wedding and my son can dance with his grandma at his wedding, which is his big dream. It's going to be so cute. And what a tearjerker. I mean, I just think about it and I get all teary. So she has no idea who these people are. None of them. I show her pictures and we talk about them. Every once in a while, she'll remember something about someone, but it's usually from distant past, not, like immediate. And she knows me and she knows she loves me. But every time I tell her that I'm her daughter and she's my mama and she gave birth to me, she gets excited. I did that? Oh, yeah. I mean, that's. So you got to get this. My mother was always incredibly positive. That's where I got it. She was always very friendly and very loving, but she wasn't a mushy mama. She was just a loving, always there, bake the cookies, take your temperature kind of mama. You know what I mean? Now she's just this. She can't stop telling me how beautiful I am, which I'm sure you can relate to this. It's like your mom is supposed to think you're beautiful. That's the way God intended it, I think. And I spent most of my childhood with my mother telling me I had sparkly eyes. I wasn't pretty, but I had sparkly eyes. Now she thinks I'm pretty. So I have to assume that her eyesight has failed. But then she is 97, almost 98. Anyway, I was trying to figure out what to get her for her birthday. Obviously, she doesn't need any stuff. And I had to tell everybody in the family, don't buy her any stuff, please. It's just more for me to worry about. And then I thought, wait a minute. She's always cold. So I buy her gloves a lot and socks a lot. And I buy her gloves and socks and PJs and stuff like that. So I found this beautiful robe for her that says best mom embroidered on the back. She'll like that. And it's real soft and she's so into not just warm, but soft. And then I thought, wait a minute. She has to be dressed now. She doesn't dress herself anymore. I can make it easy on the staff and delightful for Fritzi all at the same time. So I went to Nordstrom. I don't usually buy my own clothes there, but Fritzi deserves the best. And I found her some lounging outfits, like what we would call a sweatsuit, but the material is like so, it's so yummy. The material is like so soft and beautiful. And it'll keep her warm. It'll be easy to get on and off. And it's cute. So I bought her these 2 sweats outfits, and I was going to wrap them up and have them be from everybody in the family for her birthday. And then I thought, why? She could enjoy them for an extra 2 weeks. She's not going to remember she got them for her birthday anyway. So that's exactly what I did. I took the sweatsuits, loungewear, over to the home yesterday, and I helped her put on this just absolutely, it was like whipped cream soft little gray sweatsuit. I'm going to get her some more. I am. I'm going to get rid of all her clothes and get her all sweatsuits. She was so excited. So excited. Yeah, that's the joy. Yeah, that's the joy. Okay, I got to read comments. There's a ton of comments, and I'm reading them today. Jonathan, welcome. Oh, JB, we missed your face. We should have a card shower for Fritzi. Oh, is that where everybody sends birthday cards? I'll post the address at Bella Villaggio. I'll post it on What Do I Say, What Do I Do? And if she gets cards, great. That'd be fun, because she wouldn't know anybody anyway. So it would just be delightful to have all that mail. JB, we have missed you so much. Yes, Stephen, this is going to be on the 17th, the ultimate wedding rehearsal. Yeah, it is. It is. And I was talking to Fritzi about the wedding yesterday, and I asked her what I needed to do to get ready for the wedding. What did the bride need? And the only things she could come up with were a dress, and it took a while, but she finally came up with flowers. So I know I need to do those 2 things. I think I'm going to do some little white airy balloon garlands to hang all over, and get lots of flowers to decorate the room where we're going to have this. It'll be fun. Oh, JB, I'm so happy to see you back. Here's to you, pal. All right. Fritzi's new clothes. It's like the emperor's new clothes. Yeah. It's National Fried Chicken Day. Oh my God. Okay. Guilty pleasure. Don't tell anybody I said this, but I love Colonel Sanders fried chicken. I cannot tell a lie. I only have it like once or twice a year, because you can't have it without the biscuits and gravy and mashed potatoes and coleslaw. And it's an incredibly fattening, expensive calorie meal. But I do love it. And I have a feeling today might be that day, because honestly, I didn't know there was a National Fried Chicken Day, but the Colonel may get a visit from me today. Oh, I love Colonel Sanders chicken. It's also International Kissing Day, but be very careful who you're kissing, okay? Because you know what? We still have some nasty strains of COVID around, and just please be careful. Oh, John, Ben, Chez Melange, Southern Fried Chicken Salad. Chez Melange doesn't exist anymore. You know that, right? They closed it. Yeah, but I need to send Michael a text this morning, and tell him he needs to make it in honor of today. Oh, that restaurant was so good. So good. I need to try Paula Deen's Southern Comfort fried chicken. I had it at a restaurant in Savannah, Georgia. The chicken was to die for. And Opa's a fan of KFC. You know what? See, now here you go. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Order a number 13. I think that's just an LA restaurant, and there's like maybe 4 of them around. And it is chicken and waffles. I got nothing else to say. Colonel Sanders cannot come close to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Anyone who's ever been there would only agree with me. And it's like number 13 is a succulent breast and a giant waffle. Number 13 on the menu. You tell them Sandy sent you. Oh, Fried Chicken Day, I just love you. It's also Virtually Hug Your VA Day. So, Tracy, you haven't actually been VAing for me for a while, but I still think of you as my favorite wing woman VA. And this is my virtual hug. Yeah, pretty amazing, huh? Had a VA for a while when I first started doing morning coffee with Sandy, and she was doing a really good job. I should write to her and see if she wants to do some more work for me. Oh, yeah. Don't say fried chicken in front of Bob, because we all know that was the way of Frisco. And Frisco and Crisco, not that good. No. But the chicks are all doing so well, like living in the same pen and coop now. It's so cool. All right, let's move on. You know whose birthday it is? Bill Haley. Bill Haley was born in 1925. Remember Bill Haley in the comments? Probably you don't, but that's okay, because you'll remember this. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. Rock around the clock tonight. Okay, you get the idea, right? Rock around the clock. Bill Haley, thank you for all you did for rock music. And then Merv Griffin was born on this day today. He died in 2007. Merv Griffin was like a talk show guest, and he was a game show host. But he's the guy who came up with Jeopardy, still running after all this time, even after Alex Trebek kicked, and Wheel of Fortune. 2 really hot games that are still in existence. He was probably the richest guy in Hollywood, or at least people talked about him that way. I don't know. George W. Bush, our 43rd president, he was born today. Also, Sylvester Stallone, George Bush, Bill Haley, Merv Griffin. I don't know. That's I don't see what they have in common, really, except that they were all in the same article. No, actually, they weren't even in the same article. Oh, well, what else? In 1971, Louis Armstrong died. Satchmo. He would sweat, wipe the sweat off his brow and play that. Okay, so I saw him at Disneyland. Yeah, and I sat in the first row. I didn't meet him. It was a close encounter of what I call the second kind, because we didn't actually meet, but I know he wanted to talk to me. If he could have jumped off that stage and sat down next to me, I know he would have. Oh, God, he was good. Roy Rogers also died on this date. Yeah. Happy trails to you until we meet again. There was a Roy Rogers and Dale Evans museum between LA and Vegas, and I only stopped there once. And didn't he have a whole line of fast food joints too? Something like that? Yeah. I watched that show. What was the sidekick's name? Was it Pat? He rode around in a Jeep or something. I don't know. But you know who else died in on this day in 2003? Buddy Epson. Do you remember Buddy Epson? He always played like a sidekick, but he was in the old Shirley Temple movies too. He danced and everything. One of the reasons that he was important in my life was because I believe he actually lived in Palos Verdes, where I lived. And he was friends with Paul Smith, the pianist, my girlfriend Lolo's dad. And she knew him really well. I didn't. I just met him once. And I met him once. And once we said hello to each other when we were both at this building in Palos Verdes where there were doctor's offices. I guess we were each on our way to our doctor. And, I was far more excited to see him than he was to see me, though. Yeah. Buddy Epson, I enjoyed you. I did. Roy Rogers roast beef fast food restaurants. Yeah. Oh, Opa's got to run. Bye, Opa. See ya, see ya. Pat. So it was Pat. Pat Buttram. The Jeep was Nellie Bell. The horse was Trigger and the dog was Bullet. Yes. Stephen, I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad you're back. Yesterday, we were talking about my favorite kind of pencils that were not mechanical. And those were the number 2 Ticonderoga, Ticonderoga. And interestingly, Ticonderoga jumps up into the what happened on this day in history routine, because in 1777, Fort Ticonderoga on the East Coast was of America was captured by the British. Apparently we got it back and they started making pencils. That's all I know. Oh, Serena, who got injured at Wimbledon this year. She beat Venus in 2002. It was her first Wimbledon singles win. Yeah, beat her own sister. Oh, you know what? In 1945, Abbott and Costello did a movie called The Naughty 90s. And I don't think they meant the 1990s. I think they meant the 1890s. But it's got the longest rendition of their famous Who's on First routine. So I got to see if I can find that. You probably can find it on YouTube. It's great. It is. Okay. I had to feed the dogs today. Did I tell you that? I don't know if Indy even knows that yet, but he wasn't feeling good. So he went back and laid down, and I didn't want the dogs to starve to death. And I've watched Indy feed them enough so I could figure out, seriously, you don't just open a can of dog food and scoop it out. They get kibble, soft dog food, whatever you call it. They get kibble plus the kind that has to stay in the refrigerator. Plus they get Munster cheese, cubes of ham. What else? I don't know, but it's just like whole mishmash. It's a whole thing, It's like they wouldn't have just cereal without milk and fruit. They'd have cereal with milk and, you get the drill. Anyway, they're so cute. They jump the whole time I'm making it and then get so excited when it's time to eat. I love those dogs. Can we jump right to the word art this morning? Because it's pretty cool. I noticed this a long time ago, and it's really been a thing for me. People can say really hurtful things, or that at least on the surface seem to be hurtful. Sometimes they get you. Sometimes they just roll right off your back, right? And I was trying to figure out, why is it that some things don't bother me at all and they're nasty mean, and other things might not even be a big deal, but they get me. They get me. Now you realize nobody can do it to you. You allow it to happen. And I was trying to reconcile those two things. Oh, by the way, new flowers. Do you like them? Ooh, they're so fun. I was trying to reconcile nobody can do it to me. And sometimes it hurts and sometimes it doesn't. And I realized that for me at least, and at least sometimes for you, I would assume, people make comments that are outrageously stupid. Like they insult you, but it's like so ridiculous because there's no way there could be any truth in it. It just makes them look stupid. Like somebody saying to Mother Teresa, "You're just the meanest person I've ever known." I mean, can you imagine her having a child saying, "Mommy, you're so mean"? Really? Because I'm Mother Teresa. Maybe you didn't realize that. Anyway, when someone says something that in your mind couldn't possibly be true, you just write them off as stupid, right? It's just a stupid comment. It's like, why would you even waste your time saying that? It's like somebody saying to me, "You're the tallest person I've ever met." It's like, really? You're an idiot. Like that, right? But then sometimes, and it kind of seems like the nastiest people are the best at this, they find something about you that they can tell you're a little concerned about. And that's what they go for. Those things, those hidden fears we have, not necessarily of what we are, but what we could become. What we know we could be, if we like had a moment where we didn't make a good decision, get us to the quick, because they hit a fear we have that it's who or what we could be. Or if someone tells you, you're not looking that great today, are you okay? It's like this backhanded compliment, sort of. It's not really a compliment. It's like somebody's worried about you. But if someone says you don't look good, I can remember being outrageous when I was younger. If someone would say to me, I got a little zit right here, how bad is it? What they want to hear is, oh, it's not bad at all, you'd hardly notice it. My answer was always, are you kidding me? Oh my God, that thing is huge. If it was on me, I'd go home. And then I'd start laughing. And I don't know, maybe that was a mean thing to do, but I always thought that was really funny. Or, hey, does this make me look fat? How can it make you look fat? You are fat. I mean, if anything, it hides some of it. Okay, don't be that honest. It doesn't pay. It just doesn't pay. Unless you unless you laugh the whole time and you can get someone else laughing, don't go there. Okay, I'm sorry I even brought that up. My coffee's not working this morning. You're my person. I didn't mean to insult you if I did. Okay, but this is not about you insulting other people. This is about you being insulted. And the whole point of the word art this morning is just for you to notice that if you're hurt by it, it's not necessarily their fault. It's something that you've got going on inside of you that you're afraid you might be. That's all. And if you take a deep breath, you might be able to see it from their point of view, and you might be able to like use that information. Yeah. Be willing to see it from somebody else's point of view, and don't make yourself wrong. No. Have a positive self-image. You are the best you could possibly be. All right. Most of the people in this country are angry and have been angry for years. Yeah, I can't argue with that. There's a lot of anger. Although, if you've been following along on What Do I Say, What Do I Do? My adorable friend, AJ, who's more like a son/nephew to me, reminded me yesterday in one of his posts that I'm pretty Anglo-centric, American-centric is what he said. That around the world, people don't necessarily see things the way we see them here. And I need to be a little more conscious of that. And at first I argued with him, and then I realized, wait a minute. I'm being American-centric right now by not allowing that there are other people who think differently than I do. I told you, that's been a thing for me since I was about, I'm going to say, in my 30s was the first time I actually remember the feeling of, wait, there's another way to look at that. I may not be wrong, but they may not be wrong either. There may be more than one way to look at this particular issue. That was like a huge aha for me. That just because I saw it that way didn't necessarily mean it was right. Whew. I mean, I grew up with a dad who said there were two ways to look at the world, his way and the wrong way. Yeah. And here I am in my 70s, and I'm still learning every day that there are lots of viewpoints. Point of view is different for everyone. We have to accept that that's just the way it is in this world. We're not always right. That's hard to take sometimes, isn't it? Okay. Oh, yeah. I had to awaken to that. And I invite you to do the same. Instead of getting offended when someone disagrees with you, take a look. The same as with today's word art. if you're offended, you need to take a look at what it is about what was just said that got you. And in my case, it was perfectly legitimate and it was right. I was only seeing something from my point of view. Here's the point of view. I love POV. POV rocks. Enjoy yours. I'm certainly enjoying mine. Have some hot coffee and have a sip and a smile. And good morning and love to all of you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.